Greetings, Commanders! How's everybody doing? I think we're all back now. Are you there, Vigor?
I am here again.
Everyone's
and I've
back.
got my tea, so everything's good.
Excellent. So I think whilst through away, I was just mentioning we've been chatting away in the Twitch chat there, and I just raised the question, you know, if assuming, because what we've seen so far with every version of the alpha is it's been a different location. So you know, if the outfitting is in a different location, where would you like to see it?
Ooh,
so we've been
that's a good question.
Yeah, we've been having lots of discussions about perhaps maybe a binary system or something with a large giant star, so you can see some, you know, different effects and things. Possibly even one with two stars, one feeding off each other, so you can accretion disk and everything like that. Some interesting features. That'd be quite nice. Can you think of anything interesting you'd like to see?
I'll try and answer that while I get my stream working again. It's broken again.
Damn these technical glitches.
Yeah. Well, it's almost certainly not going to be in one of the, you know, one of the named systems that we know already, because they've been trying to avoid those, haven't they?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that doesn't surprise me at all. But what features would I like to see in it? Certainly something different from an asteroid belt. You know, if they could find some other means of getting some kind of obstacles in there that would make an interesting interesting thing to fly around, because we've seen a lot of asteroids.
Yeah, that is a good point, actually, and I think, you know, it's like they've put these in specifically because, yeah, to have some sort of interesting way of occluding you from view is, you know, it's the only real way you can have these interesting scenarios and these meetups and everything like that. So yeah, definitely. I mean, maybe something like a nebula or something like that, so we can have some gas regions which are thicker than others, and you can hide away in them. I think that would be interesting to see something like that.
I'll tell you what would be quite interesting would be some, you know, like asteroids, but sort of ice. You know, big chunks of ice.
Yeah, like comets and dust and various yeah, that would be really cool, actually.
That would be extremely interesting. I'm actually just going to restart my live streaming software because I think that might help.
Issues. We're live all the way here, folks. Right here. I'll just put my...
yeah, definitely something different from asteroids, because we have seen an awful lot of those.
Yeah, I think they will play an important part in the game, but there comes a point where it's like, yeah, that's a rock, that's a rock, that's another rock, there's a rock. It becomes a bit much.
The first time I saw them, I thought, wow, look at those asteroids. But
yeah,
now, it's gotten to that point where I almost think that the final game will almost be like that. You know, you get some amazing sights, but in the end, it's like, yeah,
a lot of
this is
just
all stuff I've seen before. And I hope it doesn't get to that. I hope the procedural generation
is varied enough.
Is good enough that everything looks different and everything is stunning. But I feel like no matter how good it is, there's always going to be an element of
sameness.
That's not there.
Yeah. That's one of the things I think I was reading in the Edge magazine. There was the article in there that David Braben was talking on, and that was, you know, one of his key concerns, is he wanted to make these things that you know, with procedural generation, there needs to be this sort of cutoff where it actually generates something, you know, different enough that it doesn't all look patterned. You know, there are a lot of patterns in reality. You do see these things, you know, but the human eye is very good at picking up, you know, these patterns. You notice something if it looks samey. But I think, you know, looking at what they've done with the asteroid fields and stuff like that, they do look so varied that you just can't tell one asteroid looking like another or not. You know, they do look completely distinct. So I think they're well on their way to making that a reality, having a lot of variation in these sorts of things.
Yeah. I'm just trying to find your scenario now.
Okay.
You're in ethics and credits.
I am at the moment.
Caught a glimpse of an anaconda on your on your stream, and it wasn't shooting at you, so I assumed that it would be ethics.
Yeah.
Commander Jan is requesting you to. Oh no, it's not Commander Jan. Sorry, it's Takil is asking. Can we see the Anaconda's second cockpit, pretty please?
The second cockpit. I wasn't aware there
Yeah,
was a second cockpit.
I wasn't aware there was a second one.
Okay, yeah, that's no problem.
I assumed you might know something about that, so I tried to play along and thought, I know what I'm talking about.
I will. I'll get up close to one in a minute. I'll put the lights on. But if someone in the chat wants to explain exactly where the second cockpit is, I will gladly show it. That's not a problem.
Sorry, I'm snacking away here.
No, I'm like I said, I've got my various sugary snacks and energy drinks to keep me going. Alright, let's go back to... That's another NPC name now, thinking about it. The Bowman. I think that's... might be a reference to 2001 as well. Right, let's just move that down and hopefully I can see the chat at the same time. Obviously people have noticed I've taken the Rift off now, so I'm having a bit of a break.
Oh yeah, so you have.
It's not that you can't play it for that long, it's just I'm starting to get sweaty. Oh no! I just clicked back into the window and got a bounty on the Anaconda. That's gonna...
Oh no.
That's gonna make things interesting. Can I sell my cargo canisters to a Anaconda that I've annoyed? We will soon find out.
I just dropped back below 70,000 credits.
Oh.
By 100 credits, because I just bought another loadout. But yeah, I was on 70,000.
I've
killed that many in free-for-all.
No, you can't. That answers that question. There we go. Okay, so if you've annoyed an Anaconda, no, you cannot sell your gear to it now. Damn it. I was hoping to sell it before I come back out.
I'm surprised you got close enough to even try.
I thought
normally when I annoy them, they just gun me down. I've got absolutely no chance of getting that close.
Yeah, I
tried it once.
I was quite lucky in that respect. I dumped all my spare power into systems to boost my shields up, and then I was in a position where I was hidden behind an asteroid, so they couldn't immediately get a shot on me. Yeah, I've just been messing around with what you said about flying into the mining lasers. It's great because they actually get a bounty for hitting you.
Yeah.
So even if you don't get any canisters off them,
for attacking them, and even and then you can attack them back and get money for it. It's brilliant.
Yeah, I imagine that will be patched on the next release. So I'll make the most of it now.
Of course, if you want money for killing NPCs, your best bet is just to go free for all or something. Cause
absolutely.
You get almost as much money, and you don't have to go through the trouble of pissing them off. The issue is that they then shoot back, and they can also team up on you.
Yeah.
Whereas you don't get that in ethics and credits.
No, makes life a lot easier in this scenario, I must admit. It's a shame I cannot find you.
I'm not seeing any players.
No, me neither. I'm having some real issues finding anyone tonight. And obviously, it has worked because we saw each other once, but
we saw each other once.
Just one time. We've tried it all these times. Typical. And there we go. Just checking the thing. Oh, Dynamics Boone has joined the chat. Greetings, Commander. Oh yes, and
that was a little while ago.
Yeah, sorry, I'm trying to look and check the chat. Yeah, keeping an eye on it as best I can. See, I'm terrible. This is why I have AD, and I've just noticed that the size of the
that's meant to be my job, isn't it?
No, it's not a problem. No, honestly, it's something I used to do it quite happily, but now I am screwing this up. Let me check. Let me fix this.
How do you look at the chat then? Because do you have a second monitor, or do you have your game in windowed mode?
At the moment, I've got it in windowed mode, which makes it a lot easier. But with the Rift on, obviously, it's impossible. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain.
I got a second monitor near the end of last year. I actually just plugged my TV in, and then at Christmas I got an actual monitor because the TV wasn't quite the right sort of. It wasn't sharp enough really to be used as a monitor long term. Yeah. But I've never looked back. It's so useful.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I've got a dual monitor setup at work, and it makes a world of difference. Everyone kind of looks at it like, oh well, it's not that much. It's like, yeah, it makes a huge difference just having that extra real estate
It
to
really
shove
does,
something to the
doesn't it?
side,
Yeah.
carry on with what you're working on, and then switch back to that. And yeah, it makes a huge difference. Oh, there's another anaconda, which I haven't annoyed. So let's go over to this one. And
It means I can watch Netflix and play Just Cause 2 at the same time.
absolutely. What else do you need two screens for? I mean, that's that's what I've got at work is one screen for watching YouTube, and Right, let's. Oh, have I got my cargo scoop lowered? Yes, I have.
Yeah, there was a time when I was on work experience in year 10, and I was in an office and they didn't have a spare computer. So what they did, they took a free bit of sort of desk space, and they sort of shoved a laptop on there and got one of their spare computer monitors and plugged that in, and that was my workspace. Yeah.
Yeah, that is. I mean, we're having a bit of a squeeze at the moment in our work site, and this we're moving to a new building soon, hopefully. But yeah, a bit of a delay, so it's a bit of a squeeze at the moment. It is a bit of a pain. I think that was my first day actually at my old job that I left a while ago. Was pretty much just dumped in between two people because there was no real space for me. There we go. Yeah, there's another. I think when they said cockpit, they meant there's a hatch on either side. Well, a hatch. It's a full-size doorway on either side. Really kind of puts the sense of scale into the game when you look at that. You see these doorways. They all have a standard size, and the back of the sidewinder. Obviously, you can see the door on the little sidewinder. That's the same scale as that thing. This thing is huge. I mean, the bridge on this is bigger than a sidewinder. It's massive, absolutely enormous. See if we can get right in close here.
I've done some close inspection with an anaconda, and just I've not really been agile enough to get the sort of close inspection without crashing into it.
Yeah, I think the thing that always catches me out is that the damn things are sat there quite happily, then they just decide to pull a maneuver on you, which is like, really, seriously, you guys, it's like whoever's piloting that thing is like, yeah, you just decide to do a 180 in the middle of space, you idiots. I'm just really annoying this anaconda. Oh, he's gonna blow me to hell.
Two players.
Oh, which scenario are you in?
That's exciting. I'm in ethics.
All right, I'm gonna get destroyed in about 2 seconds. I will
Malcolm
restart.
Spiretti.
Oh, I've seen him several times.
Yeah, I've seen him quite a lot. Starting to not get exciting anymore seeing him. Who's this other person I've seen? Who's this? That is an AI. Okay. Easter Eggleston. Any ideas?
No.
The only possible thing that I can think of, which is even slightly close to that, is Christopher Eccleston being the Ninth Doctor.
Oh yeah, maybe that. Yeah, that could be a reference.
But it's Eggleston, not Eccleston.
Oh.
That's what they've written, and also I have no idea what Easter could possibly mean.
Well, that's. I mean, we spoke before about the NPC naming and stuff like that, and obviously, the community has kind of contributed names which are all being entered into that database. But I don't think it was ever said that those names would always stay together. They could be used mixed and matched. So, you could have a forename and a surname from completely different areas.
True, but actually, my gun's just dead. My gun's been killed. Oh dear. But they've not really been using that for the NPC names so much, have they?
No. I think the ones we're seeing at the moment, they're pretty much hand-picked, as far as I can tell.
I tried ramming speed on my aggressor. I'm not sure it worked. I guess I'll re-enter.
Conrad Fry.
I feel good that there's at least one I understand.
So it's in jokes, isn't it? That's the trouble. But still, I mean, I think that's going to be quite funny. I mean, obviously the big in joke from the Kickstarter was the whole jaunty thing, wasn't it? So it's going to be nice to see references to that, I think. Oh, Petrus was saying there's one on the underbelly, apparently. Let's go have a look at the anaconda
Is
again.
there?
Just turn my lights on.
That's interesting, and certainly something I didn't know.
I know the capital ship does actually have, I think it's like 3 different landing bays in total.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Alright, let's go have a look at the
There's
anaconda.
one at the back, one down the sort of...
That's the
Or is
top.
there 2 in the channel in the middle, actually?
Oh, yes, I have seen this before. Didn't realise it was a secondary cockpit. Right under the front of the anaconda, actually, there's a secondary little cockpit there, and I wonder if that is like the... Oh, I've aggroed him. Never mind. Yeah, you can see there's like little handrails in it. Oh, and he just flew straight into me, you moron.
I'd take a look if there was actually an anaconda around to look at. Right, well, I'm all out of biscuits now.
I gotta ram him. Did no damage to him whatsoever.
And I quit and re-entered the exact same instance I just left.
Commander Jan there, just as I did that, I just noticed the comment there from Commander Jan. Ramming is just
not
a
viable
viable option.
Sidewinder.
No, it absolutely is not.
It's too puny in hull and shield power.
Yeah,
That's
wait.
very well put.
Wait until I get my Panther Clipper with all the shield generation I can fit. Nothing else, just shields. I'll just go around ramming everything.
You'll end up ramming the space station on impact, and it'll blow up instead of you.
Right, let's... Oh, crikey, that's not working. Bear with me. I've just lost a few things. Sorry for this. Okie dokie.
Oh, it's the same empty instance over and over again.
I'm having a few issues trying to find anyone at the moment. I'm just going to try changing one of the settings. And then hopefully...
I was just having a look at the bobblehead as I started accelerating, and I noticed it sort of started leaning towards me, and then I slammed on the brakes, and it looked like it just snapped its little neck.
Handbrake on.
Oh, poor guy.
Yeah, the guys are there just saying on the chat there, the cockpit is under the very front, under the nose of the Anaconda. There's the secondary cockpit, and it was part of the concept art. Interesting to see how that actually fits into it. I mean, do you, you know, as the person flying the ship, do you sit up in the main bridge, or can you go down to that one? Looks like it would be very handy for kind of landing, that you can sit in that underneath the cockpit there, sort of thing. That would be really cool, seeing it from
Maybe
that
when
one.
you can move around your ship, you can have
absolutely
a quick venture to the other one.
Yeah, and that would be it's like 10 forward on the Enterprise.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the sort of canteen, the mess hall.
yeah, it's just got a nice view. It did have two nice little handrails there like that, because you've got to have the handrails. You know, we've learnt that from the Death Star. You must have the handrails. I'm seeing no one, nothing, nada, not even NPCs in this scenario. I'm having real issues with it. I don't know what it is, but oh, there we go. We've got some NPCs popped in now. You're still in ethics,
I've found an Anaconda. I am trying to get a look at this bridge. I am still in ethics, yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, secondary one, right under the
It's
front.
right at the front, isn't it?
I mean, that'd be really handy for landing and operating from that point of view.
Yeah. Making sure you're not going to land on anything dodgy. Oh, and it's shooting me. Okay, so I can't get too close a look then.
Yeah, he must have just turned his lasers on for a split second.
But yeah, unlike the Sidewinders, the Anacondas really don't like it when you get in the way of their mining lasers, do they?
Sidewinders just kind of run away. But yeah, these ones, they don't like it. This is upside down.
Heading back to the nav beacon to see if it was you that's arrived, but I don't think it was. Oh, there's a player. Let's not get too excited because it probably won't be anything interesting.
Yeah, it keeps happening to us. I'm having no joy with this whatsoever. I mean, I've had it. This is the only thing. I've had periods where I can just keep.
It's not you.
Yeah. I keep jumping back into these scenarios, and I've just seen players after players after players, and I've played whilst I'm not streaming, and I've seen loads of people on and everything, and it's all worked lovely, and then as soon as I try and stream and show people what it's like, I seem to have issues with it. I mean, I don't know whether it's a conflict in the software I've got, maybe.
I hope not. That'd just be crap.
Yeah, that would be really nice. Like every time I stream, it like screws up something to do with the networking. Perhaps that would just be so annoying. Let's drop back to another instance. Okay, let's try.
I've rejoined, but I think it's the same one again. Oh, someone just entered and they're right by the nav beacon right next to me, just as you were saying I'm going to re-enter.
Oh, I don't.
But it's not you!
It's not me. No, because I just went into a different scenario.
Oh.
The
You
hull
have
of
me
the
all worked up there.
Sorry. The hull of the impeccable is 6%.
That time I'm actually blaming you. That one is all your fault.
I'm gonna fight for the bad guys and blow up the impeccable.
I'll be there in a minute. Hopefully.
Whoa, that was close, but I did it. Better than my first attempt to fly through the impeccable.
I think I'm going to have to close the game.
Petra said, do I crash a lot? Depends on the definition of crash.
Ooh.
You could be referring to my name, you could be referring to how badly I fly, or you could be referring to the stability of my client, so...
do you crash a lot?
Yeah, only on the weekends for you guys. The rest of the week, no. No, I assume you mean whether or not my game's stable. I mean, I'm seeing one or two crashes here and there, but nowhere near as much as what it was on the earlier version. So they've definitely fixed a heck of a lot of issues. Tequila there said that was a smooth fly through, just as I made another attempt at flying through and cocking it up royally, which everyone's probably laughing about right now. But hey, I always find it's much more difficult to fly through from the front to the back, because you just can't kind of see where to go.
I haven't tried it enough. I tried it at a really slow speed and managed to get through, and I tried it in reverse slightly quicker and I managed. But I think I've tried overall maybe 5 or 6 times, and about 4 of them I clipped something.
Yeah,
and,
it's usually those little bridges between the canyon.
It's instant detonation, isn't it?
Pretty much. At that speed, yeah, it pretty much is. Especially when I'm dumping all power into the...
And actually, I've noticed a slight change in the, or at least in the one of the very early pieces of concept art. They said that the Federation, you know, the channel down the middle was going to have hangar bays in the side, and obviously on Lave Radio they joked about when you come out of that, the thing immediately in front of you is a wall.
Yeah, yeah.
But they've changed that. The hangar bay is no longer in the side, so...
yeah, maybe they have...
that's just... Yeah. Just
Whoa! Nice, yes, I did it that time.
Little fact.
No, you're absolutely right. No, I do remember them saying that, actually, so... maybe they've taken that on board and realised that, yeah, they're probably right there.
I mean, it's nice. It's a nice thought, isn't it, to have hangar bays there and to have loads of
because you're completely
ships
protected and
scramble
surrounded
out of that middle area.
and to limp
But-
back in as well was gives you that bit of protection, that cover, whilst you're trying to escape from fire.
Whereas the Imperial ship, they were toying with the idea of instead of having a docking area there, having a massive gun, weren't they? Something along those lines.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool, actually.
Sort of the Mac cannon from a Halo battleship.
a huge plasma accelerator. I get all the people talking.
Plasma? What?
No, plasma. Everyone loves plasma.
Oh, I didn't know that was there. Right. Another instant swap.
Yeah, don't seem to be having much joy with this. I mean, obviously it worked at one point, but it just doesn't want to work now.
That's how it is a lot, it seems. One meet-up and then that's it. Oh, like I was saying the other day, I killed you in that live stream, but that was the only time I saw you. I was trying throughout the remainder of the stream to find you again, but
Just didn't
to
work.
no avail.
Oh, I don't know whether that's an effect that's been added in, but whoa! I could hear the. It was almost like a whoosh as I was going past the bridges and the canyon. Then it was like. Kind of put it into perspective. It's like, yeah, how fast am I traveling? Oh, it's only 200 meters per second. Ah, that's fine. Practice makes perfect. Navi, yes.
Oh wow! I'm just watching that back on the Twitch stream. You're getting good at that.
It's pretty close. Pretty close.
Well, it's always going to be. That's just the nature of that.
Whoa!
Of that shit.
Oh, 4% hull. That impact. You can imagine the. You can imagine the guy on the bridge of this ship right now. It's like, is this guy gonna help? He's just flying down the thing. He's not doing anything. We're getting blown up here.
You'd think that they'd have a thing or two to say to you about that.
Whoa, no, that was. Yeah. Oh, yep. Sorry about that. Oh, yeah. That was a bit.
Crash into the ship with their shields down. You're not exactly helping.
3% hull, and they're getting missiles fired at them now. I can see on the scanner.
Hey, we fixed the hyperdrive. Oh, never mind.
It was like, boom! It was. Some guy just flew into it. Sorry! You wouldn't want to go through and exchange details with a ship like that, would you? How much would that cost you on your premium? Oof. Oh, whoa! Whoop. Yep, okay, that hurt. Yeah, front to back is just so much harder.
I had a really strange impulse the other day, and I went on Amazon and just bought myself a laser pointer. Because why not?
Well, it's funny you should say that, but where is it? I've got this ridiculous one here that I did purchase, and how ridiculously powerful this thing is. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. Why did I buy it? I don't know. It just looks cool.
What colour is it?
It's one of these bright green ones that are probably illegal in most countries.
I think we've probably gone and got the same one. Was it by any chance roughly £3?
I honestly can't remember now. It was a while ago I bought it, but again, it was one of these impulse buys.
Is it roughly a megawatt in power? About 6
a megawatt,
inches long?
a milliwatt maybe, but one megawatt, that would be.
Oh yeah, that's right, a milliwatt. Damn.
I would love one of those. Yes, please. 1 megawatt pocket laser. Yes, please. Oh,
yeah, something tells me we might have gone to the same supplier.
So one thing I haven't done on the stream for a while, actually. I've had no suggestions for challenges from the guys in the chat. Early on, I had a lot of community challenges that people were giving me, so if anyone wants to come up with a suggestion, then please do. I know we're kind of limited in the alpha in what challenges you can set, but by all means.
How about if and when you find a commander who you're talking to, or at least can coordinate with, fly down the channel on the battle cruiser in opposite directions and joust.
Canyon chicken. That sounds quite fun, actually. I will put that one too. Tequil there saying use boost when I fly through the oh my word, you must be kidding.
Oh,
okay.
Good grief.
Okay, let's give it a go, right? I'm gonna keep spamming the boost key. Let's see how far I get.
Yeah, this laser is extraordinarily bright.
Nope, yep, that didn't work. Where am I? Oh, I'm in the middle of the... Oh, hang on.
I just had a strange thought of what happens if I shine it in my webcam.
You blind the internet! Yeah, that didn't work. I'm gonna back up a little bit. Yep. Sorry, Tequil, that first attempt wasn't quite...
Commander Nux, Commander Eddie Mac, Commander Folger Meritrix.
Oh, I have actually got another green target on my reticule, and it's hollow. Must be a player. Let's have a look. Commander Eddie Mac. Did you just see a commander?
Oh! Yes, I did just see him. Where are you?
Well, I'm going to go over to the nav beacon.
Let's go to the nav beacon.
Finally!
No, I crashed!
No! Oh, the demo
so
gods are
unfair.
against us. Oh, my word. That's just typical. Damn it. Okay.
James and Kerrash in the same instance? No, it can't be having that.
Yeah, yeah. Someone sat there at Frontier now on the server laughing their asses off.
That's cruel.
See it pop up on
This
the
can
server.
only be divine intervention.
There we go. Alright, let's give this another go. Boost! This is gonna hurt. 34% hull already. One hit and I'm gonna be down and out. Oh! Yeah, okay. Missed that one. Yeah, boom! Yeah, I'm down. Maybe if I time the utilization of the boost. Are you still loading back in at the moment, are you?
No, I'm in a game.
Which scenario?
Oh, and I successfully defended the capital ship. Lucky me.
Woohoo! Are you going to go back into impeccable, yeah? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I just caught you. Clip that bridge.
Oh, did you see me spin around in? Oh, you were watching on the stream, were you?
I've got it on the other screen. So
oh, okay.
That's why I'm just catching this occasionally. And there's another player. Who is this? With Nail.
You just can't find me.
Are you in an instance then? Are you in a game?
I'm in an empty, boring-looking instance because it saw that I decided to pick a loadout which cost money this time, so it decided I'm gonna completely screw you over.
I wonder what happens if I do that. I'll give it a go. Multiplayer. I'm going for the bounty hunter. I'm going for the 6,000 credits. The one I'm never going to make money back off of. Malcolm Spiteri. There's a capital ship again.
Boom.
Just appeared out of nowhere. I'll have a go at flying down the middle, but oh, and the AI are beginning to populate.
I'm gonna come back in now. I should appear by the nav beacon, hopefully. If I can get it. Oh, I can see the capital ship. That's a good start.
I don't see you. I'm reluctant to quit out of this game now because I just spent 6,000 credits on loadout.
No, I will. I'll keep hopping around. Hopefully. No, I'm seeing.
And I feel like probably flying down the center is a bit of a waste of money. Oh, okay. I'm sure that I could have picked a slightly better route there, but. Oh.
I have to make some money back, I think. Dallas Flame.
Oh. Okay, I'm glad my shield's withheld there. Jeez. Okay, hard points. My phone's just turned itself back on and is now complaining there's no SIM card installed, and now it's also asking for voice control again. What is wrong with this thing?
Yeah, you might have an issue there.
Can you hear that?
Faintly, but not anything too bad. Just beeping at you profusely, is it?
Yeah. And occasionally it'll hear me say something and it'll go, "No match found."
Oh.
As if I've just been asking it to play the album called "Oh Crap, I Just Crashed into the..."
Oh, that sounds interesting. I haven't heard that one, actually. Who's that by? Conrad Fry. Die, bitch.
It brings up the interesting
Seriously?
question. If Psycho Cal made an album, what would he call it? He's got enough songs.
Definitely has now, I tell you, my word. Some of those parodies he's come up with. Where is Doolittle? I see you hovering around there somewhere. Uh-oh.
It's very rare that I use a loadout with missiles, and it's a rare treat to be able to use them.
Yeah, they are surprisingly expensive.
I love the missiles.
Let's try that again. Let's hop back in. As long as I can take out one target in the meantime, just to cover the cost of the loadout, and I'm happy.
I wonder how expensive ammunition is going to be in comparison to the weapon itself.
Yeah, I mean they were always, quite simple in FE2. It was, so many credits for a missile and that was it. It was a one-shot deal and you're done with it. But yeah, now you've got this where you have the missile racks. They're not exactly one-shot deals. So yeah, I wonder how that's going to pan out. I mean, if they're too expensive, you just won't bother with them. So there has to be. Yeah,
because you can certainly make do without, can't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's also the kinetic weapons, the machine guns and stuff. They require ammunition.
Yeah. So it's that is a good question. Is how much is that going to cost? I mean, if if it costs that much bloody money, that it's not.
I imagine that would be fairly cheap because.
Yeah, I should hope so. Yeah.
You have to reload your gun several times in order to take down a ship. And one ship isn't necessarily worth that much money.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Oh, this is not going well. I had the really bad idea of thinking if I hide in the Impeccable and try and shoot a ship from there, I wonder what would happen. Not going well.
And what did happen?
I'm getting my backside handed to me, sat on the spot whilst he's just kind of manoeuvring around and picking me off from a distance, which is wonderful. you've got the cover there. You can kind of sit here and just, it's almost like in the asteroid field where you can kind of sit there and just kind of poke your head over the top of the trench sort of thing and pick them out. But yeah, you don't really get that much of a benefit. If you can hide behind the impeccable for a short period to let your shields recover, then I can imagine that would be quite a good defensive maneuver. But yeah, you can't exactly sit on the top of the impeccable like a turret.
Yeah, I blew up a ship just earlier on with a missile, and it didn't leave any kind of remains. It was just gone.
Oh.
I'm not sure whether that's because I used a missile or whether it was just a random bug. But no, there wasn't any
bits at all.
Remains of the ship. No.
It exploded
no
that
bits of
thoroughly.
Debris, nothing. Yeah. I vaporized it.
Energy weapons at their best. This is an interesting thing. I mean, I don't know whether this could be considered an exploit, but oh, I'm not exploiting it particularly well. But you know, just sitting behind the impeccable and just using it as a shield, picking them off one by one. Not exactly.
I'm not finding them that dangerous, to be honest. I'm just
no, you could quite
flying
easily
around,
do it.
picking off one by one, and they're not really putting up that much of a fight.
No, they pretty much just stay focused on the impeccable until you start fighting them anyway, so there's no real danger.
Yeah, and they don't, because of that, they don't really gank you either.
No, none of them gang up on you.
Yeah, and you can just end up pursuing one, and once you're in pursuit, you know, there's not really a whole lot they can do about it.
No, exactly. This one's going to totally destroy me in a second. Boom!
Commander Keeg. Or Keege. Or Siege.
I haven't seen him before.
Or something. He's got 3 E's next to each other.
Okay.
Hence the elongated E noise. E.
Let's try that again. A couple of questions coming in there. Sorry, I missed you. Tequila there. Analytics probably won't vary on price for cannons, he imagines. Yeah, I don't see much of a point in having that in the game, really. You know, just one ammo type for the armor piercing rounds or something. I mean, why would you not have armor piercing rounds in the multi-cannon?
Because maybe there's a type of ammo round which is better at taking down shields.
Maybe, yeah, maybe something which is energetic.
But then I guess you might just go for lasers where you don't have to pay for ammo at all, and they're slightly better on shields anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe there's a sufficient price difference though. But you wouldn't want kinetic weapons to be too versatile, would you, compared to a laser, which is pretty much set, and that's it.
Oh, we've lost the size again.
Another empty instance.
We're not having any joy at all tonight, really, are we? I've got the same thing. I've just come into an instance and there is nothing. Nada. Nothing but the nav beacon to keep me company. Petra says so you won't be able to do that every day because they usually have shields turned on. I assume you're talking about the flying through the impeccable. I imagine you. That's going to be not exactly possible without clearance when we can do that.
Ooh. I think I've just landed.
What,
unintentionally, I believe I've just landed inside the Federation ship. And by inside, I mean kind of on
Good night,
it.
Commander Jan. Commander Jan's leaving. Yes, it is.
Commander Jan's heading off.
It is getting late now, isn't it? I think.
Yes.
I think as we're having no joy with this, it's probably worth calling it a day for now.
Right.
Hopefully.
I'm just going to see if I dock somewhere a little safer.
just park it there. It's okay. You know, it's not like there's any double yellows there or anything. Nothing like that. Nah, just leave it there. You'll be fine.
I'll let you know if I spot any.
Brilliant. So yeah, I think we're call it a night on there. We did see each other once, but you know, since then we've had no joy. So we're putting an end to it then. So yeah. Well, thank you, Viger, for joining, and thank you very much. It was great to have you on.
Not a problem. Anytime.
Yeah, we'll definitely we'll have to do some more collaboration things, because I think it's really good fun to have a few more people on the show on and off. And thanks everyone for watching tonight, and hopefully next week we'll have more joy with this. So with that, I bid you all adieu. Farewell, Commanders.
Good night, everyone.